Hi, this is Steve, and welcome to another episode of Our Road to Camelot. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the various video and photo equipment that I use in creating the YouTube channel, as well as some new surprises right after this. Okay, so to get right at it, in the number one camera, my go-to has always been my GoPro. I'm using it right now, so I can't really show you the GoPro unless I had a mirror and held it up, and then you'd be able to see the GoPro in action. But other than that, I do have, between Don and myself, we both have our DSLRs. And I still have my good old trusted Canon T5i, and Dawn shoots with a T6i, only because she bought hers after I bought mine. I've had mine for quite a few years now. I do shoot a lot of video with this as well. I also have a Rode mic that I have picked up that I also use for shooting my audio. I have a couple of other audio solutions as well that I use, and a variety of lenses for the DSLR. The surprise, however, is we are taking to the air. So we are going to do an unboxing right now. This is the Mavic Mini drone from DJI. This is the Fly More combo pack that I picked up, and I think the cool thing about this, see right here in the bottom corner, that ultra light, they have it right on the package, 249 grams. FCC regulations is for anything 250 grams and over. So basically, even though I am licensed, as I did fly a Phantom in the past, this drone, you don't need any special regulation to fly it. Always be safe though, don't be an idiot. But yeah, we can definitely, trash can here. You always want to use common sense and be smart about flying. So let's see what's in the box. Alright, so it comes with a very cool carrying case. Is anything in this? Oh, there's stuff in it. There it is. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Why are you sitting in the sun like that? Wait, I need to get real close.
Okay, we got visitors coming by.
We do? Who?
You. I'm live.
Oh.
Alright, so the props are taped together. Oh, there we go. So, I first right off, my first thought as I'm pulling this out and holding it, of course the battery's not in it yet, but even with no battery in it, I am extremely impressed on how light this thing feels. I'm also extremely impressed with how solid it appears. This is actually very cool. Battery compartment in the back. The camera is covered in the front.
Sweet.
I'm so excited.
No, Sierra,
Can't wait to get this thing charged up and flying. So there's the drone. What else we got in the pack? In the box here we've got this is the battery charger. It will charge 3 batteries at once. Now it was saying it charges in sequence, so I'm guessing that it will charge one and then charge the next and then charge the next. Otherwise it would probably take too much juice for them to charge all 3 at once. I'll charge it up and we'll talk about it after it charges and let you know exactly how that happened. We've got cables here. It looks like cables for charging cables. What is this? Ooh. Oh, it's the controller. Yes, so we got the controller right here. And it looks like there's accessories for the controller. Probably the joysticks. Whoa! Oh, extra props. So I got some extra props in there. The controller. And because this is a Fly More pack, it comes with 3 batteries. Now each battery is rated to fly for about a half-hour fly time. So this is going to give me like an hour and a half of fly time with the 3 batteries. And charger, power source. What is this? Oh, instructions. Yeah, no, just kidding. Yeah, so, and I know what this is. To be honest, I don't know when I'm ever going to use these unless I fly indoors and I don't have good GPS satellite coverage, but they do give you prop guards, and to be honest, I probably will never use these. I've flown so much I got rid of the prop guards. They're kind of like training wheels. So if you've never flown before, use them, please. You might save yourself from some bloody fingers or a few things like that. So, but now there's that's the prop guards. Let's get rid of those. So that's what's in the box. The nice thing about the Mavic Mini, it also says $249 right there on the side. They really want to push the fact that this thing is super lightweight. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the charger, put the batteries on the charger. I have downloaded software. I'm going to double check to find out what firmware is on here. There has been a firmware update recently, and the firmware update gives you a lot of really cool features that I want right away. So next time I start talking, I should have this thing ready to fly, and we'll start checking it out, see just exactly what this thing is going to be able to do. I'm excited. Here we go. All right, so batteries all charged up last night. Got the controller connected to my phone to the Mavic Mini, and we also updated firmware, software updates this morning as well. Time for first flight. So I'll go ahead and fire up the controller. Go ahead and fire up the Mini. There we go. All right, so all the batteries are fully powered up. And it was what I was thinking about, that power...
Point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
One point has been updated. All right, so basically what's happened is the charger does go in sequence. So you can, all 3 batteries were in what was known as hibernation mode, so they were only at 3%. So the nice thing is you can actually plug all 3 batteries in and the controller and plug that into the wall. Could not do that with the Phantom. You could not charge both devices at the same time, and it wasn't smart enough to know charge one then charge the other. Well, it went down sequentially, charged the first battery, second battery, third battery, and then the remote. It took quite a while to charge everything fully. So it is something you would want to basically have time to do it maybe overnight, and then that would be good. So there's a couple of modes we have here, which is really kind of cool. There's one mode where I just push one button. Up wants the compass calibration. Let's compass error. Sure, there are no metal. Oh, we got metal near the aircraft. Let's move the aircraft. Okay, so it's still showing error. We move that. Calibrate. Much easier than what the larger drone was. You basically, it tells you on the screen what you need to do. So pre-flight check normal, 30 meters. How do I change? I'm going to have to look into this and have this changed to feet. All right. So if I just hit the one button, I'll take off. There we go. How cool is that? So you don't even have to keep track of controllers and all that anymore, just take off. The nice thing too about this is that it is a lot quieter than what the other one was. Obviously it's a much smaller aircraft. let's go ahead and land it. Okay. It doesn't like the surface, so it's going to hover there until I bring it down. So I can bring it down manually. Okay. Nice thing too with this, I can also do the old-fashioned way, bringing both joysticks down into the middle.
Take off.
It warms up the props.
The home point has been updated. Please check it out.
Let's go ahead and go back to home point. Return to home.
Go home.
So it's now turning around. It's going up to the higher elevation to make sure it's clearing all trees and buildings. It's coming back to its original home point. It's almost overhead now.
Landing.
So it's coming down. And it is nowhere near where we took off from, so we're going to cancel the landing. Okay, so it was nowhere near where it should have been. Earlier today, I went out to an area of the park here called the Quail Hollow Sports Complex to check out the different quick shot modes that the Mavic Mini has. And I shot with my GoPro, but for some reason the GoPro was acting really weird. I don't know what happened. I got to look into that and see. It has me worried. I'm on the GoPro now. I'm hoping that everything's okay. So there are 4 quick shot modes. The way they work, camera needs to be off. You basically have the drone in the position where you want the quick shot to begin. You'll go ahead and select the distance that you want it to go to, and you're also going to go ahead and put your finger on the screen, touch and drag the area that is to be centered and focused, your main focal point of that quick shot. Quick shot number 1 is the droney shot, and as you see, it starts on your subject and then backs up. Camera goes on, it will back up to either 80, 100, or 120 feet, whatever you set it to, and then the camera shuts off and the drone then returns to the starting point. Quick shot number 2 is the rocket shot, and basically, just like it sounds, it shoots straight up overhead from whatever your focal point would be. So once again, 80, 100, 120 feet, straight up in the air, directly overhead. The 2 more interesting shots, which the third one is the circle shot. And the circle shot's kind of cool because you could pretty much either have it as a tighter circle, and once again for that you would set your shot at whatever distance you want from your subject, and then once you mark your subject, it will actually circle and focus on that particular shot. Wow, the wind's picking up. We got a little bit of a microburst. This is why sometimes it is dangerous to shoot in Arizona, because you get these microbursts that pop up from time to time. I'm glad I'm not in the air right now. Ha! It is dying down already. Okay. So basically that is the circle shots. And I have two different versions of the circle shot. And then finally the last shot is known as the helix. Now you've got to be careful with the helix to make sure that there's nothing that is going to be in your way. It starts like a circle shot, but as it is circling your subject, it's also rising in altitude and creating more distance between you, giving a very cinematic look. The first one I did is I was sitting at Quail Hollow. I came really close to a light pole. As you'll see, the light pole actually passes in front of the camera, between the camera and me. The other shot that I did, which is was just in the last montage feature, was around the tower here at Sunflower, and that was a very dramatic shot, exposing more and more in the background as it continues its circle. So those are the 4 different quick shot modes. All right, so I wanted to go over a couple of more items with the Mavic Mini. And also I want to address one other issue that I know I've had some friends ask already. Why did you pick the Mavic Mini over, say, the Mavic Air 2 that just came out? And I wanted to kind of talk about comparisons of those two a little bit as well. The number one thing, the price point, the Mavic Mini coming in at $399 for just the Mavic Mini, $100 more for the Fly More kit. Big, huge savings. The Mavic Air 2 is twice that price, and the Mavic Pro is 4 times that price. So you're talking a $400, an $800, and a $1,600 drone between those three. You know, yes, I am on a budget. DJI, if you're listening to me, I would love to do a comparison. Give me a Mavic Air 2 and I'd be more than happy to do a side-by-side. But, I mean, if budget is no object, I might have gone with the Air 2. But to be perfectly honest, for what I am shooting, for the videos that I'm shooting and I'm working on, I don't need to be putting it up on a big screen. 99% of the people watching my videos are either on a phone or an iPad or a computer screen. You're not going to really notice a huge difference in the quality of those images. The max flight time. Now, the Mavic Air, the original Mavic Air, had only a 20-minute flight time. The new Mavic Air 2, they have a whopping 34-minute flight time, 4 minutes more than the Mac Mini. Mavic Mini, I keep saying Mac Mini. Mavic Mini. Cameras are very similar in their size. However, the photo modes and the photo format, the fact that you can actually shoot RAW with camera with the Air 2 and the Pro is really great. But to be perfectly honest, once again, what am I shooting for? What is my purpose for using this device? And when you break down the purpose, I'm going to be shooting 1080p 90% of the time. I won't even max out the capability of the image that it can get. I will never even come close to 4K until I upgrade a computer that would be able to edit to 4K. You know, that's, you got to look at these things as you're picking out your equipment. I think it's interesting, the internal storage, that they've actually added internal storage now to the to both the Mavic Air 2 and the Mac 2 Pro. Mavic, I'm going to have trouble with that. Every time I say Mac, just say Mavic, okay? It's Mavic. But it's only 8 gig internal storage. For 20 some odd dollars, I bought a 128 gig micro SD card. So I have more than enough memory to store to. So there's that issue as well. The big number here is the weight. 249 grams. versus 570 and 907. This thing can be flown anywhere without having to follow FAA and FCC. Well, you do need to follow guidelines, but you don't need to be registered to fly this vehicle. Yes, there is a range, 2.5 miles on the Mini. To be honest, I never really needed to fly anywhere near that far before when I was flying the my old drone. The new ones, though, the Air 2 is a 6.2 mile. It even beats out the distance of what's happening with the Mavic Pro now. So it has a 5-mile range. 6.2 miles. It's crazy. I mean, it's awesome. It's crazy. I don't know when I would ever do that. Just realize if you fly it out 6.2 miles and for some reason you lose control and it doesn't have enough battery power to get back home, you got to find it. Okay, so 2 miles is fine for me. And so take a look at it. Determine what do you need for your purpose of flying. Is it strictly for sport? Is it for exploration? Whatever it is, use that information to help bring you to what would be the best drone for you. For me, it works out that the Mavic Mini is, and I did say Mavic that time, is a great little drone to be able to fly and get the images that I'm looking for. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully my GoPro is capturing all of this. Yes, hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the little logo that's off to the side. I don't know which side it's on, one side or the other. But hit the little logo and that'll allow you to subscribe. Or just go ahead and hit subscribe so you can find us faster and easier. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That'll let you know, alert you every time we post. Sundays at 2 o'clock. So happy flying, safe travels, and hope to see you on the road sometime.